My style sucked until very late in my 20s. I didn't feel good about my outfits, I had no idea what I was doing, and I didn't have the funds to buy what I wanted to wear. I remember when I turned 29, it was the first time in my life that I felt like I had truly found my style. Looking back now, it was dog but it doesn't matter because I felt really good wearing those outfits. And a lot of men go their entire lives without finding their style. And I want to change that. I want you to look great and feel confident in your style choices, no matter your age. So today, I want to talk to the guys in their 30s or above who maybe think they're too old to experiment, to try new styles because of their age. Let me tell you something, at 35, I can confidently say that I feel better than ever. I have financial and location freedom. I figured out my style. I figured out my hair and my grooming. I feel good. And I want you to do the exact same thing. So this video is for you, especially if you're in your 30s and you think you're too old to try new things, a new style, a new haircut, a new look. You're absolutely wrong, and I'm about to show you why. By the way, if you're not in your 30s yet but like classier outfits, you're gonna like this video too. And by the end of this video, you're gonna learn how to upgrade 5 important areas of your style. And the very first thing you're gonna have to do is assess your wardrobe, because I can guarantee you have some pieces in there that don't belong in there. And you know what too, maybe it's a jacket that you got 4 years ago and you loved it. You wore the crap out of it back then, it's a nice jacket, but you haven't touched it in forever. Maybe it's not your style anymore or you got a new one. It doesn't really matter. At that point, it's just a memory, right? You're just remembering those moments that you wore that jacket in. Now take a second right now to think about all of those items in your closet, because I know I have a few of those, and anytime I get rid of old clothes that I don't wear anymore, it opens up space for new items that I will actually wear. I cleanse my closet pretty often, and I list those pieces on my Poshmark, by the way, for a fraction of the price, so I'll link that below for you. So I'm gonna give you a simple trick that will tell you which clothes to get rid of when it's time to declutter your wardrobe. You're gonna start by hanging all of your clothes with the hanger facing the same direction. Each time that you wear an item, when you put it back, turn the hanger in the opposite direction. Give it a few months and you're gonna see exactly which clothes you haven't worn at all. The hangers that haven't been flipped are your candidates for donation or selling or whatever you want to do with them. And be honest with yourself. Get rid of the clothes you're not wearing. It makes no sense to keep them. It's just hoarding and it gets in your way. This not only simplifies the decision-making process, but it also helps you visually track the clothes that you're wearing, making it easier to keep your wardrobe more organized and more functional. Now you have room to start upgrading your style, and the second step is to do exactly what you're doing right now, but with more purpose. Now, maybe you clicked on this video because it showed up on your YouTube homepage, or it was recommended, but you weren't really looking for this video. If that's you, then take some time to be intentional with your style upgrades. And here's a 3-step guide on how to do that. Number 1, of course, shameless plug, all right? Subscribe to this channel so you can learn as much as possible about style. My goal here has always been to help you. This channel is about your journey. Number 2, follow other men's fashion creators that have a style that you like. So if you like street style, find those guys. If you're into suits, there's a ton of guys that talk about that specifically. If you like to be fashion forward, same thing. Just like with everything else in life, with style, you have to know what you want in order to achieve it. So what is your dream style? You need to know in order to get there, right? And step number 3, once you have a style or 2 in mind, then find brands that offer those styles. Every brand has something different to offer. And these are the elements that you should keep in mind as you're searching for the right brands. First is the overall aesthetic. Classy versus street versus edgy versus athleisure. And look, of course you can have more than one aesthetic, right? You can wear classy outfits all week long, then athleisure on the weekends, but focus on nailing down one aesthetic before you start working on the next. Then you have to think about what you want that brand to represent when you're wearing it. For example, if you're wearing logos, those logos, they say something about you. Nike or Adidas might say that you're into sports. Gucci might say that you're into really high-end designer shit. Fear of God says that you're into fashion-forward street style. And of course, you can go with no logos, right? And just focus on the aesthetic of the brand. Next is the fit. What brands fit you well? This is the hardest part to figure out. It's gonna take you some trial and error, but it's worth it. Assess your body type, understand it well, and then find a few brands that make clothes for your body type. And please, 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 no matter what, promise me this, once you find the first brand that fits you well, don't, and I repeat, do not buy all the same shirts and pants in different colors. Men tend to do that, right? And it's just lazy. Find a few brands that you like, not just one. It's okay to buy the same piece in a couple of different colors, but don't build a whole wardrobe with the same exact pieces. That's lazy and that's boring. And finally, your budget. The price range of the items that you can afford. Do not go into credit card debt just to buy a couple of pieces from a designer brand, right? Find alternatives that are within your budget. Nowadays, there's a ton of brands that offer stylish pieces and that are within your budget. COOFANDY is a great example of that, especially if you're in your 30s and you like to wear classier styles like I do. For reference, I'm 5'9", 165 pounds, and I wear a size medium in these tops. I got a bunch of them for the summer, and believe it or not, they all go for less than $30 each. Some of them for even less than 20 bucks. And they don't feel like it. They feel soft, they fit really well, and they look more expensive than they really are. Now, my favorite right now from COOFANDY is the knit button-down short sleeve polo because I'll be wearing these a lot. They're classy, they're summery, and they're affordable. You can't go wrong with them. But I also like this white button down here with a cool design. This one's perfect for that hot summer day. I like this blue polo, which is a little bit more dressy. You can wear it for a daytime or a nighttime outfit. And COOFANDY, by the way, doesn't just make these polos. All right, I know I'm showing a lot of polos, but that's just because of my style right now. But they also have casual t-shirts. They have suits, which I've shown here on the channel before. Underwear, beachwear, sportswear. So definitely check out their website and their Amazon store because with my discount code in the link below, you get up to 30% off the already very affordable price. So basically you're paying less than $20 for a nice summer shirt, which is pretty much unheard of. Now that you have a list of the brands that fit your aesthetic, that represent who you are, and that are within your budget, it's time to get specific with my style recommendations. Now, as you transition from your 20s to your 30s, your style should evolve to reflect not just your age, but the changes in your lifestyle and this one is important, your aspirations, who you want to be, what you're trying to accomplish. As you enter your 30s, the focus typically changes, right? It shifts towards maybe refining your wardrobe to something classier and more timeless. Investing into quality over quantity, that becomes more important. Now, I went through my closet a few months ago and I cleared out so much that I never wore. A bunch of sweatpants, hoodies, graphic tees, crossbody bags, anything that wasn't me anymore is gone. And I started to replace those pieces with things that I actually like, things that I actually wear and that reflect who I am today and who I want to be. I'm a businessman, I'm 35 years old, I live in New York City, I'm on camera 3 to 5 times a week. That's who I am, so I need to dress appropriately. But you might be a creative, maybe you work in an office or you're a dad. Maybe you want to command respect, you're a businessman, a CEO with your style. And in your 30s, this is what I recommend you to wear. For tops, you should definitely start swapping your t-shirts for polos. You don't even have to get rid of all your t-shirts. As a matter of fact, don't. You need t-shirts, but polos are just gonna be way classier and they make you look a lot more elevated, a lot more grown up. They're versatile, right? You can literally wear them, dress them up with a pair of trousers, dress them down with shorts. To start, what I would say is stick to classic colors like navy, white, and black. Those are timeless, right? But you shouldn't only look at colors. You also have to look at the fit, which should be more tailored, kind of like this. Not tight, but definitely not baggy. And then the fabric. I like knit polos for the winter months or when it's colder out, and cotton or cotton blends for warmer months. Just a side note here, I've also been tucking in my polos a lot and I like how classy it looks. It makes me feel good. And believe it or not, it even makes my posture better for some reason. Fitted tees are a must-have for layering or just more of a casual look. Now, of course, polos are great, right? I've been wearing them a lot, but you're gonna wanna wear tees once in a while. And when you do, just make sure you're wearing the right t-shirts. My brand ATOS has high quality, well-fitted options that enhance your physique, they enhance your style. They're way better than the average t-shirt. There's no comparison. I also suggest you get some linen shirts in your 30s. It's the perfect summer top. And I know what you're thinking. I'm crazy, right? You must be crazy. Suggesting a long sleeve button down for summer. But here's the thing. With this shirt, you can unbutton it a few times. You can roll up the sleeves. It's made of linen, which is lightweight, not sticky, and breathable. All of that makes it a lot more comfortable to wear in the summertime than a cotton t-shirt. And in terms of style, let's be honest, there's just no comparison, right? Linen shirts are more interesting. They're more grown up and overall, they're more stylish. So I mentioned I like to tuck in my polos. Well, specifically, I like to tuck them into trousers with side tabs, side adjusters. So these side tab trousers, they basically eliminate the need for a belt. So it has a more clean, sophisticated look. And they're ideal for both formal and semi-formal occasions. I wear this combo all the time now. Literally, this is like my uniform now. If I'm going out to a dinner, if I'm going out on a date or a business meeting, this is honestly a great look that any guy can pull off. So I highly recommend you start wearing something like this if you're in your 30s and you want to elevate your look. Now, you could wear polos or linen shirts with chinos too, which are more casual, right? They don't really have the side tabs and they look great in pretty much any occasion. They're slightly more casual than the side tab trousers. And guess what? If you're more of a jeans guy, you can make them look good too, as long as you know how to style them properly. It's really all about making sure that you dress them up slightly so that you don't look lazy, and you gotta nail that fit. So you want them to hug your thighs up here, but have a more loose fit from the bottom of your thighs all the way down to the ankles. Stay far, far away from skinny jeans or baggy jeans because those are trends that come and go, they're fads. And what we're looking for at this age is you want timeless, classic styles, not fads, not trends that come and go. If you prefer shorts, you can wear shorts, but, and that's a big but, you have to wear the right shorts. The baggy basketball shorts, they're just not gonna cut it. The workout shorts don't look good, right? You need 5 to 7 inch inseam shorts made from cotton or linen if you want to keep it more casual. And let's be honest, shorts are always casual, so one of these is always going to be perfect. Go for a 5 inch if you want to show more of your legs, 7 inches if you prefer something a little bit longer. And I don't recommend going longer than a 7 inch inseam. It's going to make your legs look shorter than they really are. It's just not a good look. You should go for shorts that have a modern, tailored look. Go for solid colors to keep it classy and make it easy to mix and match. Now on to footwear. One of my favorite topics, of course, to talk about. Loafers definitely win the medal for casual elegance, right? They're comfortable, they're versatile, they work well with jeans, trousers, and even suits. I've been wearing them a lot with my suits lately. Invest in quality leather or suede pairs in classic colors like brown or black or maybe even gray if you're going for suede. And if you're still on the fence about wearing loafers, do me a favor right now, right? Get yourself a pair. Start wearing loafers instead of sneakers when you go out to a nice restaurant, and just notice how much better your outfit is gonna look. They're classy, they're timeless, and on top of all of that, they're having a big moment right now. They're always in style, but especially right now. So this is the perfect time to try them out. Now, besides loafers, I've been wearing a lot of white leather sneakers. You can go for all white or white with some details that make the shoes a little bit more interesting if you think all white is boring, which I do think it's boring sometimes, so I like the extra details. So you got your tops, which are polos, fitted tees, and linen shirts. You got your bottoms, which are 5 to 7 inch inseam shorts, trousers, chinos, or jeans. And we also have the footwear dialed in, loafers or white leather sneakers. But you also need grown-up accessories, right? The first one being a watch. Now, the price doesn't matter. I know when I talk about watches, a lot of people think they have to buy a Rolex or Audemars Piguet or something crazy, but the type of watch does matter. Don't get these massive, heavy watches that look like you're a Power Ranger, okay? Go for a classic watch like a diver, a tank style watch like this, a leather bracelet, or you can even go for a chronograph if that's more your style. It's really all about making sure that it's classy, not too big. Personally, I don't go any bigger than a 40mm dial. Of course, it depends on your wrist size, but for me, it's too big, it's too clunky. Also, a simple understated necklace, right, can add a really nice personal touch to your outfit. I really like wearing a simple necklace when I'm wearing anything that's open. It just shows, it basically fills out that real estate right here. It's a conversation starter, and it just adds a little bit of, if you wear gold, a little bit of bling. If you wear silver, a little shine. I think it looks really good, and every guy should have at least one necklace that they can just comfortably throw on if you're going out on a summer day and then wearing a white linen shirt that's open. Now, a ring can also be pretty subtle, right? But it stands out. I have nothing else going on this arm here besides this one ring. So what I like to do is typically I'll do one necklace, I'll do a watch, and I'll do a ring. And you can get a simple band, or you can get something a little slightly more fun, more complicated, or more, edgy if that's more of your style. Lately, I've been wearing a lot of gold. You can see the gold watch and the gold ring. But honestly, I went through a very long silver phase, so I think I just got bored. I also do think that gold is trending right now. Just try both of them out, gold and silver, see what looks best on your skin tone and what makes you feel more comfortable, and go with that. Something else that I talk about a lot here on the channel, but it really changes the way that I feel, is fragrances, right? Invest in fragrances that make you feel confident, that make you feel attractive. And fragrances are pretty subjective, so I'm not gonna tell you exactly which ones you should get because it really depends on what you like, but try to stay away from anything too childish. For example, Abercrombie Fierce, right? Which, by the way, it's a great scent. I love Abercrombie Fierce. It reminds me of when I was younger. But if you're in your 30s, maybe it's a little bit too young for you. I don't wear it. I own it. I just don't wear it because it's not really my style and my age anymore. But of course, none of that matters unless you have the right hairstyle to bring it all together. That's why I made this video right here on the best hairstyles according to your age. So click right here and find out which hairstyle will make you look your best.